from January or from December, which are mostly memorandums of understanding and then 2 closures.
Okay.
So.
All righty. All I can see right now, I actually don't have an agenda printed in front of me. Patty, if you could bring that up on screen. I can't multitask with my devices at the moment. So that would be
while Patty's bringing that up, I'll officially welcome our newest board member, J.R. Riley. I'll welcome him back to the fold. Mitra started the good trend of wonderful board members returning. And so JR was he's a JCL Library Board alum. So he's joining us from his job at Olathe Medical Center where he's the chaplain. So, so now everybody I think is involved in healthcare in some way or another on the library board. So. We will do some orientation with JR over the next month or 2, but he was wonderfully able to turn it around really quickly and join us today. So we are thankful for that.
Good
I
news.
think since something is already being, there we go.
Okay.
Something's already being shared. I couldn't share. I apologize.
Okay. I'm assuming we don't have any citizens comments, but
We do not.
confirm that. Okay, so then really we just need to do our consent agenda.
Yes.
And so need a motion on that. Anyone?
We'll start this off. I move the library board of directors approve the consent agenda.
And I need a second, please.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? That motion carries. Okay, we can move on. Do you want to do the closures first, Tricia, and then move into all of the MOUs?
Sure. So we have 2 closures, and those are on pages 112 on their agenda. So the last 2 pages. And we discussed these briefly at the December library board meeting, but the first one is Leawood Pioneer Library temporary closing for some painting and patching.
Okay, does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns about that closure? If not, I would definitely take a motion. Anyone?
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to find it on those list of motions. This is Leawood,
Yes.
right, Bethany? I move to approve the temporary closure of the Leawood Pioneer Library for up to 1 week in December/January to complete interior wall painting or patching and paint work.
Okay, now we take a second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 And any opposed? That motion carries.
All right, the second closure is at the DeSoto Library. And this is again a temporary closure for some heating and ventilation, air conditioning work that we'd close for up to 1 week. Probably now it will be January, but we're trying to maybe get that the last week of December. So in the next 4 or 5 weeks, we would close.
Okay, anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns about that work being done? If that's the case, I would take a motion.
I move to approve the temporary closure of the DeSoto Library for up to 1 week in December or January to perform HVAC work.
And I would take a second.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
Right. I can go back up to the memorandums of understanding. So those start on page 56 of your packet. And again, these are memorandums of understanding, MOUs, are agreements that we have with a variety of partner organizations that we renew each year, December, January time. Many were, the only change was the date change, and those are all the ones on the consent agenda. Anything that you're approving in this part has had some additional changes beyond date and signature. So we wanted to pull those out and give you a chance to read those in a separate way. So the first one is the renewal of the DeSoto as parents as teachers agreement. You can see in that it just highlights the specifics of what staff will do, and the changes have been some COVID practices because it's a little bit more of an in-person partnership than virtual or support that we provide.
Was this the MOU that Mitra had a question about, that it was specific? Are we keeping the COVID language, or have we changed it just to pandemic?
Let's see, on the MOU, you'll see it's like the second paragraph, it says note and it's in parentheses. We worked with Fred and Andy and came up with that wording that says both public health order and COVID.
Okay.
And so I talked with Mitra prior to this, and that she found that wording acceptable.
Okay.
And so you'll see that wording on some other MOUs as we started to weave it in to additional MOUs that you may see today.
Okay. So does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns about that? If not, I would take a motion, please. That was really. Go ahead.
I move that the Johnson County Library Board of Directors approves the DeSoto Parents as Teachers MOU for the year 2022.
That would take a second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? And that motion carries. Okay, so our next one is Growing Futures Early Education Center.
This follows that one as far as it's on page 58. And again, this is a longtime partnership. The major change has been to add that COVID language and specifics about library staff and the interactions. Again, this is a very in-person partnership that we have with Growing Futures.
Okay. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns about this MOU? If not, I would take a motion.
I move that the Johnson County Library Board of Directors approves the Growing Futures Early Education Center Memorandum of Understanding for the year 2022.
And a second.
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 All those in favor, please say aye.
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 And any opposed? That motion carries.
The next MOU is with our county facilities partner. And so in 2019, we partnered with Johnson County Facilities to begin to manage and provide our custodial and maintenance services. We had always worked, well, for at least the past 10 years plus with facilities on our buildings. So this was just an additional parts that we added. And then this year, we worked on a service level agreement that got more specific. So it's the same MOU as we've had in the past. This year, we just got a little bit more specific as this relationship grew. So.
Okay. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns about this partnership? If not, I would take a motion, please.
I move that the Johnson County Library Board of Directors approve the Memorandum of Understanding between Johnson County Library and the Johnson County Facilities for the year 2022.
Second.
And all those in favor? Oh, sorry, second. Mitra, thank you. And all those in favor?
Aye.
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 And any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you.
Okay, and then the next, you'll have to scroll quite a ways down through all the appendixes of that agenda. I mean, of that MOU, because it got really wonderfully detaily. And you will find on page, let's see, I guess this is 94, the MOU between the library and the County Department of Human Resources. So similarly to the facilities MOU and relationship, we have a relationship with the HR department, and it's a collaborative arrangement between the library and county HR, really to look at to bring those efficiencies of scale into bear. They have greater expertise than certainly librarians do about HR matters. So this is a renewal of that. The changes really our wording, but they took it from we had begun this relationship to we will sustain and continue this relationship.
Okay, any questions, comments, or concerns about this? If not, I would take a motion.
I move that the Johnson County Library Board of Directors approve the renewal of the MOU with the County Department of Human Resources for the year 2022.
Thank you, and I need a second, please.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? That motion carries.
All right, the next MOU is on page 99. This is our partnership with the Sheriff's Department. And this is will be a recent one for most of you. You approved the initial MOU in July of this year. And so we're just getting this MOU back in sync with all the other ones. And so over the last 6 months, you can read there some of the things that we've done as we've just gotten this going. The partnership is going wonderfully. We have realized efficiencies and just their expertise has been brought to bear. So it's a great thing. This in your board packet today just syncs it up with the rest of our MOUs for a yearly review.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions, comments, or concerns about this? If not, I would take a motion.
I move that Johnson County Library Board of Directors approve the MOU between Johnson County Library and the Sheriff's Office for the year 2022.
Thank you very much. I would take a second.
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 Awesome. All those in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Thank you very much. That motion passes.
Okay, and then the next one is an MOU with the University of Missouri, Kansas City. And this formalizes our relationship and partnership with the Division of Diversity and Inclusion, and then the Martin Luther King Jr. Lecture Series.
Okay, any questions, comments, or concerns about this? If not, I would take a motion.
I move that the Johnson County Library Board of Directors approves the Johnson County, oh, I think I got the wrong one. Sorry.
I think you're on the right one, David. It just has the wrong wording in it.
Yeah, I believe there needs to be
Oh.
correction to that motion. I do
Yes.
apologize.
So I'll try this again here. I move that the Johnson County Library Board of Directors approves the University of Missouri MOU of the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and Johnson County Library Memorandum of Understanding for the year 2022. I got that right.
There we go. And a second, please.
Second.
Second.
And all those in favor, please say aye.
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 And any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you.
That concludes our MOU for this meeting. We probably will have a few more at the January and maybe February meeting. So.
Okay. I believe that is everything on our to-do list to catch us up. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we got everything. Okay, then, unless we have any other business, I think all we need is a motion to adjourn, and we are good for 2021.
I move that the Johnson County Library Board adjourn.
All those in favor? Second. All those in favor?
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everyone. Everyone have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for fitting this in so we can
Thank
Have
you very
everything
much.
squared